Shukla, would you agree with this assessment going in from what we've seen on social media and the reactions to the debate? It seems that 2024 is already a write-off because there are alarm bells ringing in the Democratic camp over the performance which President Biden has put up and the repeated concerns over whether he really is in control of his mental and physical faculties.
Well, Ritangshu, I've interacted with both the candidates, both President Biden and President Trump, and I can tell you this was really a very feeble performance by President Biden and certainly would hurt the Democratic Party. On the issue of Donald Trump, yes, he played to the gallery and he played it well yesterday. Clearly, it's a music to his supporters. What was also good to hear from an objective standpoint was that he has moderated his stand on the abortion issue, which concerns millions of women across the United States. And I'm hopeful as the election gets underway. What I'm gathering is that Democratic Party may have to look for a different candidate because certainly they know that, with President Biden as the candidate, there is a huge contrast which emerged from the debate yesterday, and they don't have a winning candidate at this moment. Although, as I say, politics is the art of impossible. Anything can happen. But for now, yesterday's debate, clearly President Trump had an upper hand. It remains to be seen what he does because, he had a very interesting point about skilled immigration. He spoke about giving green cards, not yesterday, but earlier to a lot of university, graduates. President Trump and his campaign also, one would be from India's standpoint, what is his stand on skilled immigration? Because that's going to be very important for a lot of thousands of Indians who are in the queue for green card and who add to the US economy. So those are things which are very, very important from Indian American standpoint. But for now, what I'm hearing is that clearly he dominated the debate yesterday. Yes, there were certain assertions that he made were not factually correct, which was fact checked. But that was classic. And I would say, in terms of coaching, I think his Republican advisors would be happy because they managed to restrain him, not getting
Saurabh Shukla,
any uncharted territory. He did give President
Biden.
Saurabh
Shukla, are we getting into a contest where it's essentially a contest between the devil and the deep blue sea? Saurabh Shukla, are we looking at essentially a negative vote deciding as to whether instead of voting for a candidate, you're going to vote against a candidate because you have one candidate, the incumbent president, who there are serious questions over his infirmity, and the other candidate has been established time and again as someone who frequently plays along with the facts. Is it a challenge between the devil and the deep blue sea?
My worry is that my worry is a lot of undecided voters may decide to not vote. That's something which is a concern, and that should be a concern for both the parties, because sometimes what happens is it's a game of numbers. Whoever gets to 271st wins the presidency. So it remains to be seen what happens there in the next couple of months and the conventions, because see, this debate has happened before a convention. So there is still some time, but I still feel that if no steps are taken, Democrats run the risk of losing these elections. I can tell you at this moment, President Trump, he's dominating, and certainly he does have some court cases to go for. What happens on that may have an impact. But yes, American voters have a difficult choice because this is the world's greatest democracy and a country for which the future of world in many ways depends, because we are in a globally intertwined world. And,
yes, it is going to be a tough choice indeed, as Saurabh Shukla has pointed out.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is going to be a tough choice indeed, Saurabh Shukla, as you have pointed out. Yes. And it's something the world is going to be watching at this point. But from the looks of it, as Mr. Vibhuti Jha and Saurabh Shukla both indicated, it very much seems to be the case of Ab Ki Baar Trump Sarkar. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining me on this very short debate.